Samurai system is broken down into three parts: strategy creation, strategy assessment, and live feeds. It is important to realize that the creation and assessment is an iterative process where you can go back and make modifications at any time. The first step is strategy creation. Within the strategy creation user interface, we have three components. On the left, we have our summary section. This will contain all of the details of our strategy as we build it. In the middle, we have our selectable options. This contains the items that we can use to build our strategy. Click on these to learn more about something. Then on the right, we have our details section. After selecting an option, we can learn more about it here and then add it to our strategy. Now that we have a layout down, let's build a strategy. First thing, let's select our exchanges or individual companies. Other services typically allow you to test strategies against individual companies or small groups of companies such as the Dow Jones Industrial Average. However, for Samurai, you can test strategies against entire exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange, roughly 3,000 companies. Once we have our exchanges selected, we can then select our backtest ranges. In order to effectively test our strategy, we don't want to be limited by just testing on current space. We want to see how our strategy will work during good and bad historical market conditions, as well as current space. With our exchange and backtest ranges selected, we can then move on to the daily filters. These daily filters are used to limit the companies we are looking at on a day-to-day basis by checking if the company fulfills our requirements. For example, we have our New York Stock Exchange and want to filter it by volume, looking at companies with trading volume greater than 500,000 shares per day. And if we want, we can add additional filters, such as a price filter, looking at companies less than $10 a share. Lastly, we are going to add on our intraday indicators. It is these indicators that will be used to actually determine our buy and sell notifications for each company during the day. With our filtered list of companies, we then run through their intraday data with your specified strategy to find buy and sell trade opportunities. For the next day, in our backtest or live feed, we refilter the companies and run the intraday indicators for new trade opportunities. At this point, our strategy has been created, and we can go ahead and hit the process button. Using our proprietary technology, we then process your strategy in a matter of seconds. With your strategy processed, you can then assess your new strategy against previous ones you have created. Similar to our Create page, this is broken down into a few main sections. First, we have the account size through time. On this chart, we can see how our best strategies compared relative to major indices over the length of the backtest. Underneath that, we see the daily returns. This allows us to see the consistency of our returns. Also, we show the daily trade count, so you can ensure you are trading the amount you want. Next, you can see a table of the key metrics to quickly quantify the differences between strategies. Once you are confident with the backtest of a strategy, you can then push it to live feeds to see how the strategy does on new data. When you are finally ready to trade, we will send notifications to your mobile device so you can stay on top of your strategy regardless of your schedule. Hopefully this gives you a feel for how the Samurai system works. Thanks for watching. Feel free to explore our site, and if you have any questions, comments, or just want to chat, don't hesitate to send us a message.